Over the past several days, there's been growing concern and confusion around pricing here in the US, and today I want to break down exactly what's going on. Specifically, we're going to talk about why former President Trump is threatening new tariffs on the UK, what this could mean for our economy, and how it may soon affect American consumers directly. Although we haven't yet seen dramatic price increases, they could be just around the corner, and I'll explain why. I'll walk you through what's happening now, what could be coming in the near and long term, and how it impacts you. But before we get started, if you appreciate clear and timely updates like this, please take a second to tap that like button. It really helps the channel. Alright, let's dive in. Tariff threats are back. Recently, Trump made headlines by proposing a new round of tariffs, this time targeting the UK. According to reports, despite earlier hopes that deals with the UK and China might ease trade tensions, Trump has signaled that high tariffs may be here to stay. Just last week, he threatened a 50% tariff on the EU and a 25% tariff on smartphones, including those made by Apple and Samsung, if companies don't shift production back to the US. His goal? Bring manufacturing jobs back to American soil. But there's a problem with that. The real impact on American consumers. According to recent polls, over half of US adults, 52%, believe their finances would be better off without these tariffs. Around 60% expect the cost of everyday goods to rise, and 49% think tariffs will hurt the economy, compared to only 30% who see them as beneficial. While inflation is currently lower than its peak, many households report that prices for basic items have already gone up compared to just a month ago. Who's paying for the tariffs? While the government may be collecting up to $30 billion per month from tariffs, someone still has to cover the cost. Right now, companies like Walmart, Costco, and Amazon are following a shared burden model. Manufacturers eat about 10% of the tariff cost, retailers absorb another 10%, and the final 10% is passed on to the consumer. So far, most of the burden hasn't reached your wallet, but that could change soon. Why manufacturing jobs aren't coming back so easily. Even if tariffs are meant to push companies to relocate production to the US, experts say the US simply doesn't have the infrastructure or workforce ready to meet that demand. For example, Pandora's CEO said he employs 15,000 skilled craftsmen in Thailand, a number he couldn't match with available talent in the US. Labor costs are higher here, and many younger workers aren't interested in low-wage, repetitive manufacturing jobs. To rebuild US manufacturing to its former peak would require at least $2.9 trillion in investments and several years of development. What needs to happen next for tariffs to truly drive domestic manufacturing? They would need to stay in place consistently for years, giving businesses time and incentive to build new facilities and train new workers. But that's a long-term game. In the short term, prices may go up, and companies may continue resisting the push to move production stateside. We're also facing another issue. Deportation policies are reducing the available labor force even further, which could slow things down even more. What to expect going forward? Trump is clearly not done with tariffs. As we head into summer, we may see more pressure on foreign countries and multinational companies. Whether this leads to meaningful manufacturing shifts or just higher consumer prices remains to be seen. One thing is certain. I'll continue tracking this closely and bringing you the latest updates as they happen. So make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned, because what happens next could impact all of us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.